Hello. Hello, world. We're back playing Scrabble, where I am meant to be on Twitch. Thank you, Gertie. Dustin waiting patiently and punctually, I might add, at the prescribed time. That's what we like to see, folks. And he has earned the right to go first in today's game. Um, yeah, no reason to wait. Let's launch right into it and start some Scrabble. Um, I'm doing well today. I hope you guys are too. Feeling good, feeling energetic. Um, Yesterday was my infusion day, my treatment that I get for Crohn's disease, where I sit, take a nap while I get a little IV drip for a few hours, and I can already start to feel some of the improvements there. I actually felt pretty good leading into this one. Sometimes my energy level is super low. On the tail end of my 8 weeks in between those, I was actually feeling pretty good, and I feel even better today. So that's what's going on with me. Hope everybody else is feeling good, having a good start to your week. Hey Lola, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well today also. And as always, just happy to be here playing some Scrab. Um, yeah, I streamed for the first time on my personal channel, this being the official Scrabble channel, which I've been putting a lot of time and energy into for the last little while. But I streamed on my personal channel. I'm getting my office into a real stream cavern for myself, so to speak. Um, and I'm excited about that as well. You can see this green screen behind me. A couple people have said it looks like I'm a captive of some organization. We don't have to get into which that would be, but it's just a blanket. It's just a little cloth. I am not a captive of anything except the beauty of the game of Scrabble. I am gladly in the thrall of Scrabble. That's the only thing I feel captive to. I should probably play cozy here. This seems like the best way to get my Z off for a bunch of points. Yeah, Gertie, it's more than what you can see. It's more the environment here, which I showed off. Like I actually have like the pro streamer, sound panels on the walls that are stopping some of the sound transmission. I have these on the walls. I have a mover's blanket set up on the rig in front of me to stop some of the noise from exiting the room. All this other stuff. My normal computer setup is here with my key lights and everything. So I'm feeling very, very pro. Let's play this. I hope I don't miss anything. Thank you very much, C Davy. All is well. I'm feeling good. Like I said, sometimes at the tail end of those, 8 week chunks, my energy does dip a little bit. But this time I've been feeling pretty good. I don't know what to attribute that to. I'll just count it as a blessing and move on. So we're playing some Scrabble. We got Dustin. I have to say, Dustin is really like I can't wait to have Dustin make his debut at an over the board tournament because I think this guy he's gonna do some damage. I think not to put any undue pressure on anybody trying their first over the board Scrabble tournament because there is a lot going on, right? If you're accustomed to playing Scrabble only online, as I was, I still remember my first tournament, which was 13 years ago or something like that. I'll go to the full screen. 13 years ago, and crazy. I was 25, a fresh-faced 25-year-old boy, basically, barely a man. But I had played a lot of online word games, and I still remember just how slow it was for me to remember to hit my clock after making my play. I kept forgetting to hit my clock, and my opponent, very, very kind woman named Linda Wansel, was just so patient with me and said, remember, hit your clock, hit your clock. She never took advantage of me for, she never let my clock run without giving me a little warning. It was very nice. So it is all that to say, it's not automatic, even if you're very accustomed. What is Dustin saying to me here? Love it when the best plays in Miriam. Yeah. Yikes. Keep trying to persuade him to. Oh, I feel like it's only a matter of time. Although there are others that sort of stick to their guns and just for whatever reason they prefer not to make that leap from being really strong, home players playing on online platforms to joining us in person. There's definitely a handful of people out there that just haven't made that leap, and it's for everybody to make that choice. But I certainly am very glad that that was a decision that I made. The synergy between online and offline play is something that really interests me going forward. Very good point by Gurchi. There is a major step going from having automatic word validation, which is often called void challenge in other contexts, to the over the board scene where you got to be sure that something is a word before you play it, or else you could lose your turn when it gets challenged. So that is for sure. Great point. A very big concern. I think this is what I want to play here. I guess I could consider doing something like This is not really any more defensive. It creates a pretty easy hook here for ED, S, all of that good stuff is still available. Whereas, in fact, after this, there really isn't a great S hook anywhere, at least for bingos. So we'll stick with this play. Okay, I drew good. Also, I drew well. Hope my mom's not watching. She'll not be happy to hear me say I drew good. My mom was watching my return Twitch stream, which is hilarious. That was nice to see her. Hey, it's Jess Bunzo. Welcome aboard. Thank you for stopping by, as you do quite often, because it is not bedtime yet. Bedtime. It is the afternoon, U.S. Eastern Time. I know some of you guys are. Yeah. CL points that out. Hello to CL Smith as well. So I did draw. That is a really good time. CL, I'm not sure if you just got here. I was mentioning to others, not that I don't want to dox you for any. There's no particular reason this should be relevant to you. Oh, beer time. Okay. There's no particular reason this should be relevant to CL Smith, but I had my Remicade infusion yesterday, and I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling good today. Usually it takes me 2 days to really get the benefits, and I was feeling pretty good going into the day. So feeling chipper, feeling spry. And let's see, what else? It is NFL season. Not sure how strong the crossover is between Scrabble fans and NFL fans. If you know me very well, you will know what NFL team is Wanderer 15 a fan of. I will come back with the proof momentarily in just a second. Yeah, there we go. Some correct answers being floated. Okay, not a lot to think about here. Dustin plays Ava. I have to play cat or cats. The only question is which. And shout out to my cats. think there are any in the office right now, but we will definitely keep a lookout for them. I think these are very similar plays. I don't know. I guess I could just play this, given that if I get an S bingo, it's playing with bimesters pretty much every time. I can't imagine this is getting blocked, except by some little play through here. I don't know. So whenever you're thinking about this, you have to at least think to yourself, like, well, which of these two plays is going to give me not only a higher bingo chance on my next turn, but what about 2 turns, right? What can I do good things with 2 turns? And the answer here is probably I kind of want to keep this S. If I brick my draw and don't get a bingo, I will be very happy that I kept both S's because I'll probably play a Zaz play and then gear up to play a bingo with bimesters later. So I kind of feel like keeping the S, keeping both S's makes sense. That being said, I probably bingo slightly more often by using one of the 2 S's on the very next turn. I would say 2 turns ahead is where I might start to suffer if I tack this S on. So I'll just play cat. And of course, I draw a third. I draw a third S, but I do have this. So that's nice. Or even better, we all like these words. So anyway, the answer to that trivia question. Oh, this is kind of nice that I'm not using the actual green screen situation because I might completely mess up my ability to be seen by putting this hat on. But I am a fan of the New York Jets, as you can see here. I have this thing which fits very poorly on my head, but it is a New York Jet hat, and I guess I am, I don't know what child dreams of, I guess kids like doing that thing where you're pretending that you're taking a jet off or you're a pilot or something like that, but like no one dresses up as a jet, so having a hat that is a plane on your head is not nearly as good as if you were I don't know, if you were the Carolina Panthers or something, you could wear a little cat face, or if you were the Giants you could wear stilts and eat a lot of food so that you could become enormous. No, I don't. I think the Giants aren't great either. Anyway, sports mascots, you can't really make any sense of them, can you? All right, I'll play this. So yes, shame that the Jets are in the same division as the future 2023 Super Bowl champion. So CL, are you a Dolphins fan? That's I don't know if that's, not sure if that surprises me or not. I think anybody that I watched pretty much. I turned off the Jets not too long into the game this past weekend because I'm just kind of over being emotionally invested in that franchise. It's just not been fruitful for me to root for the Jets. So I kind of go through the motions of turning the Jet game on. And when it became clear that the crazy game between the Jets and the Browns last week, when it became clear that that was a fluke, as we suspected it would be, I turned on the Bills and the Dolphins because that felt like a game that would be worth watching. And of course it was for many reasons. But I have to say, all that game proved to me is that the Bills are much better than the Dolphins, right? Like, just because the Dolphins won that game, the Bills possessed the ball for over 2/3 of the game. They ran like 90 offensive plays to the Dolphins 30. Every possible thing went wrong for the Bills to cause them not to win that game, including the messed up ending sequence of the game, where I don't know if anybody's seen, but the Bills' offensive coordinator's response to not getting a playoff at the very end of the game was hilarious. It was a classic rage, freak out. You know, just anyone that's ever gamed knows that feeling. um. Anyway, I think the Bills are clearly better than the Dolphins, and it's the Dolphins will never get that lucky again in that game. And as a Jet fan, it's wonderful to see, as the Patriots are not as good as they used to be. It's beautiful to see that the Bills and the Dolphins both look pretty good and will continue to bully the Jets for years and give us no hope for any type of brighter future. And that's reassuring. The world's not changing too much. So yeah. All right, let's see. I'm sure I've missed some comments here going on this little rantaroo. Sports is immoral from WTF. Yeah, there's a lot of messed up things about it. I mean, you definitely have to hold your nose and just try to appreciate the athletic marvels that are happening when you're watching sports and not think too hard about all the nasty bits that go into it, for sure. So I'm not disagreeing with that. Ancient Cosmographer suggesting, I think tongue-in-cheek, that the answer to my question was the Patriots, which is the absolute opposite of the correct answer. But on the duck head, maybe another time. The duck head is quite uncomfortable. Alchemist Cup teams need mascots. That would be amazing. What should the mascot be for the United States team? The United States, the U.S., bald eagles. What's like the most American? What is the most American animal? I would assume bald eagle is up there. So yeah. Salem says, "Hi, Will. Greetings from Barcelona with a bunch of people I know having some drinks. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Hope you guys are having a good time out there. My best to everybody out there in Barcelona. Working on Scrabble or Dice or any of the other stuff you guys are up to there." Nick says, "I'm keen to play English UK list in Australia." I would love to play, Nick. So basically how it works is you just wait for a game to be finished, and if you send, I think I have instructions here, maybe. Yeah, so these are the instructions. So as soon as I'm finished with this game, as you know, I definitely should block this A here, but I'm not going to see if Dustin can triple. We're going to play 4. Let's see what he's got. It's probably in almost any situation. Well, first of all, I didn't even look for a bingo there. So what could I have missed? Refusion through an S. That's Collins anyway. I might have missed a bingo. I literally did not look. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. Another Will, why are you not at Port Aventura today? There was some thought that at some point in the near future I would take a nice business trip to Barcelona, which I think will still happen at some point. I just don't. It's not going to be mid-October for various reasons. So at some point, I'm gonna make that trip out there. Potentially, if possible, it would be very comforting for my wife to come along because she speaks very good Spanish, and it would be helpful to have her there to help guide me. Not that I'm sure I'll get by. Maybe I can learn a little Spanish first, and I think it's being the classic American tourist and just assuming people are going to speak English. I hate that, but typically you get through okay. Is there a language my wife doesn't speak? She does speak. She speaks very good Spanish, pretty good French. She speaks American Sign Language, and a little bit. I don't know whether she osmosed a little bit of Mandarin from working with Chinese students for a while. So she is very talented linguistically, for sure. She does speak English, yes. She does speak English. All right, let's see. I got to make a play here. I have unhired as my rack. Do I have anything through this E unaired? I don't think so. Through this. I'm looking at this S. H here doesn't really, I don't know, that's not really helpful. I guess I could just play something like rude for 22, leaving H something. I would like to play my H here if I could, but I don't really see a great way to do it. Maybe I should just play this and keep the best possible leave that I am likely to get here, if I could type it on the board. Sure, hope I'm not missing anything big. I drew needier. Don't think that fits anywhere. That's fine. Yeah, I am perfectly happy to play either U.S. English or U.K. English. It is well documented my willingness and general success, not without some errors from time to time, but not so many errors. Switching back and forth between the two, and I do my best to keep track of that, which I know is like, that makes nobody very happy. I see Draction says out with a whole bunch of people who I know. My regards to all of you guys. Hope you guys are having a great night. Great to hear from you all. Awesome. Have a good time. Don't spend too much time watching Twitch instead of getting a few drinks in you and having some fun. But I do appreciate everybody stopping by, and hope you guys have an excellent night. You guys are all my Barcelona coworkers are all. I can't remember whether it's 5 or 6 hours ahead of me, so these guys are relatively a few hours into their evenings. Request to play Reinked. Well, I can't play that anymore because you changed your name. What's the point of playing this? But I know the truth. I know that you will always be the Reinked. So even if you try to hide it with a very, very stylish name, the Ancient Cosmographer, I like it. I do like that name. Sounds good. Have fun, guys. All right, what do I do with this rack here? Needier. Re-denies. Doesn't fit. I guess I could just play redeem. There's only one more E. The E is a vowel that we like. Don't want to spend it if we don't have to. Dustin plays no also, by the way. I feel like this might have been a message to me as a sort of response to this game on his part. I'll just play read, I suppose. Let's just keep working. Oh my god. Drawing very well. I think the bingos, there are English UK bingos through this E. I think this is a word. I think this is a word, and I think also this is a word in English UK. I don't remember whether this is a word at all. I wasn't sure. All right. This, I think, is also English UK. Unspied. Oh, no, wait. I think it's unspied. That's the Collins one. I think is unespied a word with that weird archaic spelling. All this stuff is Collins. Whatever. We'll figure this out. Okay, I got 2 minutes here. Unpiled. I don't think there's anything through there. I don't think unspiked is good. Very, very sure that's not a word. So I have all these like word-ish looking things. They're not words. I almost said wordish looking words, which is oxymoronic. But I don't think I have anything here. So let's see what to do. Can't play this. This would normally be pretty strong. I mean, in this situation, I continue to have good tiles to... Oh, wait, did I miss... No, I just drew this S. Okay. Like to play poo, but I can't. I guess I could do this and score points, but then I would lose my S to play down in that spot. I don't know. I'll just play pub. This feels good. Feels like I'm going to bingo a lot. I blocked my own dandiest. And distend does not fit anymore. And I don't think I have anything through the L's. Okay, so that was a pretty it was kind of a fail. Okay, it's unespied. That's okay. So I conflated a bunch of different archaic words. Good to know. I wonder what would I'm trying to think what would I have done if I had to decide what to play there. In a game. I feel like I would, well, first of all, it's probably better positionally to play the normal word instead of open another triple. But if I had to play unespied, I think I would figure it out that extra archaic spelling is not actually valid. Hey, Jeep Placard, congratulations on a very solid performance in a pretty scary little Division 1 at Toronto one-day tournament this past week. That was very impressive. And Jeep Placard working his way up the ranks, a very, very solid player, primarily a player of English US Scrabble, but definitely showing himself to be pretty darn strong, and I don't remember how long you were in first place at the Word Cup, but it was for a long time too. So, and frankly, while I'm piling on accolades onto Jeep Placard, Jared Capel, I think Jared does an awesome job on Scrabble commentary too. I just we got to get this man doing more Scrabble stuff. All right, I'm gonna play dud just because I want a bingo here. Oh my God, how is this happening? I'm drawing so many, so many bingos that don't end in S. I just need a bingo that ends in S. Is that so much to ask that I could get that? I can't play Nestling, doesn't fit. I don't think I have anything else. I don't think I have anything through here. I don't think I have anything here. So, yes. Hey, 14 Domino. Yes, Jared is sick in a good way. I feel like it was sometime in middle school when calling things sick started to be positive. I definitely have said that I have unironically called things sick before. All right, what am I supposed to do here? Fish this. If I draw an O, certainly I'm probably going to draw an N. If I draw an F, I think, yeah, feltings is a word. If I draw an A, yes. This isn't actually that good of a fish as I'm looking at it. This is not actually hitting very much, so I probably should not be playing this. I should play something else. I don't have a ton of time either. I'm just gonna play this, actually. I don't think those fishes are very good. Oh God. Alright. So there you go. I drew too well. Too well. This is Holland's. Looking for some other stuff. Lonelies. I don't think Lonelies. Let's see. Lion Cells. All right, I don't have to worry about it. So I'll just play Neroles and be done with this game. Oh, Dustin has earning or nearing. What can he do with that? Something through the E. Oh, Arginine. He might not have a bingo, which is annoying. Did I block him? No, I didn't block him playing Dangering. So, anyway, this was kind of a downer of a game. I drew super good pretty much the whole way. Lots of S's, lots of blanks. That's just a rough one from Dustin's POV. So I do see lots of the usual suspects in the chat that I will be happy to play as many of you as I can, but I definitely want to give a brief moment to see if we can get a game with Nick from Australia. There it is. He sends in the game. It looks like it's worked perfectly. Thank you, Andrew, for the follow. Appreciate having you aboard. So yeah, when Dustin inevitably throws in the towel in this game, which again, pretty. I mean, you never know based on one side of the game, but I certainly feel like I drew extremely well in this game. So it's not a ton that I think Dustin could have done to avert this. How come the E and the I are blue in Neroles? It might be my interface. I don't see them as blue. It's possible that it's something with my broadcasting software that's imbuing them with blueness. But I am not seeing that. Looks like a couple other people are saying they're not. Andrew, yes, they're. So I on these streams, I take as many challenges as I can for 2 solid hours. So that was the first one, as we'll go back here. So basically, I am on the played word list. Oh. Turn history. Yes. These are these are to designate the squares on the board that are bonusing them. Yeah, that's all. So those colors are denoting that. Just a UI thing. All right, let's get it going with Nick. Happy to accept this challenge. Thank you very much for sending it, I might add. And away we go with our next game. GG to Dustin. That was, just a lopsided draw for sure. So yeah, I got my Jet hat. We were talking about my fandom of the New York Jets NFL football team. It's been very unproductive in my life to be a fan of that team. But yeah, and I've often thought of like how can I just give up NFL completely? But it is fun to watch. I don't know. I have fun watching the games. I really feel like ethically I would like to stop, but I feel kind of addicted. Gamble on sports. Yeah, that could be a good way to get me to stop for sure. All right, let's see. This is English UK. I got to switch on that part of my brain that starts to find plays like that. I guess I could play Ozone for 32. That gives up a lot of points. I kind of feel like I would rather play Hooven. This feels like it's going to make some good... Thank you, Gertchie, for the gifted sub to Dustin, by the way. This feels like... I don't know. I mean, it still gives up this nice spot here. Pretty easy to score, but I will often get a Z play going down after this play, so maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I'm supposed to just play Hoove. ZIN together. That's only 22. I can get a bunch more points by playing Ozone here. How bad really? How much worse is this really? It doesn't feel like it's that. Well, it is kind of scary because you're putting an E out in space too, which is geez, I don't know. Not really sure what to do here. Ooze. Maybe I should play Ooze. Yeah, you know what? This looks way nicer to me. So the nice thing about this is that this E is not a through tile nearly as much, so it's not giving very much. This is really not that much worse than all of the vibes hook that were already there, and I keep an H for myself to score with next turn. So I think I will play this. This feels a little safer. Ooh, okay. Kind of an interesting draw here. Um, Ozone is Belarusian. Yeah. Yes. I'm not sure I get that joke, but it just sounds funny to me. Um, Part of the stream where we use the define bot to aggressively point out the most ridiculous Collins words. Um, I mean, you could be using the define bot. I do feel like the define bot is something that's not going to scale well, right? Like imagine for a second that we are living in a beautiful future where Scrabble streams are getting tons and tons of viewership, and we have to like seriously consider abuse of the define bot, right? Like you could easily imagine that happening. Um, do we eventually have to turn it off, or do we have to gate? Do we have to gate it somehow? Um, oh my god, look at this QVHD. Ugh, the H whatever. I don't even know how to say this leave. That's how difficult it is. Is this better? Then at least I get a Q spot here. This is kind of funny. Play this instead. QDVN. That's 30 compared to 31. Do I just play Chi? Jesus. Oh, this leave is disgusting. Vibed is not a word, or else I would consider playing something with that. Should I play Boink? That can't be right either. All right, this is going to be an ugly play no matter what. There's no way out. This play is going to be disgusting. Oh, maybe I should play Dink. 34. That gets another letter off. Maybe this is kind of the idea here. Ugh. All these plays are truly disgusting. I guess I'll play Chi. I don't know. These leaves have a little bit of synergy to them, like NK. That's it. That's not very good. There is no synergy to be had here. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Let's just do this and try to get a few more points and try to draw some more help for this queue. Let's go for this. I'm really not a huge fan of any play here, but it's 34 points, and why not, I guess. Anybody have any stronger opinions there on? Well, first of all, did I miss anything that you guys are seeing? And does anyone have any strong opinions that I should have played the Q? Should I play something else? I definitely. Oh, okay. Well, that was going to go down no matter what. And now I have this nice Q, but I don't have anything here. I don't think. But it's kind of nice to keep the U open in case I draw something. But do I really not have anything? And if not, then what am I supposed to play? Hmm. Don't think so. I don't think I am missing a big Q play, but I would be very sad if I did. Anyway, let's assume I'm not missing anything. It's not that safe of an assumption, but let's pretend. And we'll move on. What would I try to play here? Maybe I try to draw an E, right? Maybe I try to play like NOH and draw a Quaver. Do I have any way of getting rid of this Q? Trank. Not an option. Do I have a P for cough? No. I need to make sure I'm not missing these obvious Q plays that are going to make me head slap. Could easily happen here. Korma. Okay, I don't think so. So let's see. If I play Hora, this is 28 points, but I'm way further away from all the good stuff. Whereas if I play this, I'm pretty close to Quaver. All I need is an E. That's just a weird play, though. Ugh. Scrabble. We gotta love Scrabble, folks. Dink and brace for the exchange. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was doing. Okay, let's try this. I don't know what to do here, so we're gonna do this, and okay. So we drew the E. This spot is obviously going to be on Nick's mind. It's the only triple that's really easily accessible. This one is technically also accessible, but it's a lot harder to hit. So I could easily see him just play something down from here and dash my hopes. But at least I will be able to play the Q somewhere on my next turn and be done with this nightmare. In fact, now I can play Quiver, which is maybe a little better, slightly better. Yeah, I think so too, 14 Domino. It's not that easy. The U in this spot is, I mean, this is where we're sort of thankful for the fact that the U is not as good with longer words as some of the other vowels. If this was like an A or an I or an O, it would be almost a lock in a lot of cases to see a play come down here. But the U could lead to slightly more racks that are just not that easy to reach the triple with. So maybe we'll get, if there is an overlapping play here, I needed to not be this far. I needed to not stay away from this square. Don't go here. This is a no-fly zone. I don't want Nick to go here. No. Do not. Do not use. Oh, no. Okay. All right. That is a shame. All right. So let's see. What should we do? He didn't use that square. That's true. I guess just chi here. I don't know. That's certainly disappointing, but it's okay. That happens. Usually, if there's a space that you want to play in a Scrabble game, there's a reason for your opponent to block it. Is that it's not only good for you most of the time. Just checking to see if I'm missing any obvious Q play. I don't really think I am. I'm not that worried about placing this here. Haver as a leave. It's not making me super happy, but oh no, never mind. I was gonna say if I draw an I, I'll have vaporize, but I need to draw IO. Oh, maybe I should try to. Maybe I should exchange QE and try to draw an O for vaporize. That doesn't feel correct. Let's just play this. Oh no. I drew it, but of course I do have this. So that's available, but that's a shame. So yeah, I think now it's again, I was hoping that Nick would play here before. Now if he plays here, it's going to block my overplan through this L. So I feel like this is going to be a struggle here. What was my keep with NOH? It was, and he does block. My keep was QARV. So kind of, tough. Yeah, Josh is more committed to content than I am, I found. He's very committed. Not that I'm not, I have made a few silly content plays for sure. On Macondo, no Sims best. Hey, I like to hear that. And excited also to hear that you're continuing to make such good progress with that. It's quite cool to think that Scrabble AI is taking that next step. It's gonna be fun to see. But I guess I'm supposed to play this. Over plan really doesn't fit, right? Yeah. Sending through the C, sending through the E. I don't think there are plays like that. Is there anything here? I don't believe so. This ZE, I feel like this ZE could easily come into play at some point. This is a word too. Renoval. Okay, I'll just play this, I guess. I don't really see much better. Let's look at this. Wow. This is interesting. I drew lots of fun stuff here. Nick swaps tiles. Again, we don't yet show you how many tiles that you swap. My time is getting a little bit low, I have to say. I probably should just play something like this as fast as I can. Oh, wait, I could do this. Yeah, this is kind of nice, getting rid of 3 out of my 4 vowels. It does make an S hook that I don't have, but I don't know. I'm not winning or losing by very much. I need to just keep playing normally, I think. So I'll do this and just keep doing my best. Hopefully I don't get hit with a big S hook bingo or something like that here. It's definitely possible, as I draw quite weirdly. So I had fam as my leave. Not a word yet. I'm sure it's going to become one at some point. I can't imagine fam won't be a word much longer. All right, there we go. Erectile. This game is has been dysfunctional for me so far. So let's see. What can I do? I don't know. This is going to be tough. I don't have any hooks here. Can't play my X here. There's just no good overlap. Is there some play to this L? Some weird play? I don't think so. Is it possible that I have to play axe here? Because this is like the only play that scores anything? No, I can't do that. I have to do something else in that. Like gaw. It's maybe better. Is it? Should I play Mew and set up my A? That doesn't feel right either. Ugh. Law for 29. Try to draw some other thing. This game has been challenging for me. This is not my type of game. I need my bingos and I need my easy plays. I don't need these strategic challenges. But that's what we're getting in this game. So, Maxwell. All right, I have very little time left to play the rest of this, so let's just go for this. Ugh, jeez. I probably needed to do something turning more tiles here. I don't know, maybe. I guess I have this next turn. That D draw was helpful. This will help me at least score 45, even if I'm keeping a horrible leave. So let's hope this spot stays open. I feel like it probably will. My play of Zen blocked any dreams of playing an IZE word here, which is unfortunate. Ananas means pineapple in every single language. That's nice. Consistency is nice. All right, so do I have a word here with this? I don't think so. I don't think gigful is a word. I don't think I have anything like that. So what should I do? Um, I probably have to play Ig here, unless wait, hold on. There's no, yeah, I don't think there's anything there. So let's just play Ig. Score 27. Okay, I drew an S. I'm actually not behind by that much in this game. I'm trying to play as quick as I can. I don't think there is a bingo with this. There would be a couple, maybe not a couple, just Fremitus. What else with through an E? But I'm not getting an E here. Unless the only way I'm getting an E to play through is, I was gonna say, a play like that, which could be nice, but yeah, not super likely. Probably this. This is I can pin some hopes on putting and getting an Anana's hook here. Maybe I should play Fum though. This might be better than Umu because getting the F and M off the rack at once is pretty important here. Let's try that. Close, but not quite. Got to get rid of one of my two I's and probably the F next turn, and I'm thinking about this, which is a totally wild play. Yes, I did play Ig. I think I want to put as a sub alert on the Wanderer 15 channel. I want to put the sound effect of the seal saying egg. So when people sub, they get to hear that beautiful sound, which makes me laugh. The reason I'm doing it is less about the meme and more about the fact that it just makes me laugh so much. I love this. I love this seal. Okay, Dean. All right, this makes it a little safer for me to just play this, actually. I'm not that scared of this anymore. It gives me kind of an outside shot of doing this. Am I missing a bingo here? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to play this and hope for the all right, well, it could be worse. That's pretty good, actually. I just set up my J. Unintentionally, I set up my J. So, I'm just going to search for egg seal, and it's going to come up. It's going to come up. It's this seal. Right here. There, that combo. That combo is just amazing. Oh, okay, that's very bad. That's bad for me, for sure. I think I probably still... Oh, man, there's no vowels to draw either. So if I actually play Ahi here, I would need to draw unbelievably well, perfectly. Maybe I should just play Ahis, actually, to increase my chances of drawing vowels, even though the S is super important for bingoing. I don't know. This is tough. Am I missing anything here? Geritors? I don't think so. There's nothing that I would be missing. Okay, let's go for it then. Yeah, this is not good. All right, looks like it's going to be Nick's game here. It's going to be Nick's game. That was a rough one. I feel like a lot of interesting decisions. Definitely some brain teasers there for me. Some, wrangling with the Q. It's kind of the perfect storm. But hey, I still, until the very, very end, I had some decent winning chances there, I think. So I'll be happy with that, I suppose. All right. What should I be playing to finish the game off? Something through this. I don't really know what I'm going to be able to do here. I don't even have a follow-up play after this. I'll just play this. Yeah, these letters are too unwieldy to do much with. So well done, Nick. He's gotten me in the second game here, and we will keep on taking challenges. So another gives up. Thank you, Gurchi. Gurchi, don't forget to. I mean, the generosity is great, and obviously, part of my professional goals is to sort of continue to prove the reach and strength of this channel for us going forward, and have good programming beyond it and all of that sort of thing. But don't forget to be so generous to people like Axer Typo who could really use it. I think we're gonna be okay even without the gift subs, but but it's really greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right. I'll just play Slur because I can, and I love playing slurs all the time, and I'm willing to start a splinter organization about it. Just kidding. Um, yeah. All right. Well done, Nick. He's got me here for sure. Tricky moves for me. I'm not convinced about law, for example. Dinks was maybe okay. NOH. I did get the positive feedback from 14 Domino about no NOH on that move. But yeah, some tricky moves for me here. Nicely done, Nick. We will move on to GT Man. It's an English UK game as well. This is so two English UK games in a row. Slurs only, so you can only play expurgated words. That would be quite amusing. All right, let's see here. Gotta be bingos here. Let's think of them. Not a 7. I don't think there's a 7, but I think there's for sure some 8s. I'm thinking about them now. Hatha, I think that's a yoga word, right? Hatha yoga. I think there's one through an M. Is there one through this H? No. I don't think so. Another A, the T certainly looks good to me. Oh man, I don't want to miss one here with this T. I don't think there is one. So, all right then. What should I do? Something here. Ocean, canoe. I really want to use my O here if I can, but I don't really know. How to do that. Could just play ace. 22 leaving lone. These leaves are all kind of marginal. Maybe I should be playing this and just burn through some of this stuff. That's not very great. I don't really love that either. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Lola. Nice to see you as always. Yes, Chameleon. That's right. So how I would do that is I would play this and try to draw an M. Doesn't feel like that's gonna happen. All right. Got to play something. These moves are all gonna be kind of borderline. I don't think I'm missing a bingo here, which is kind of my main. I'm not missing that. Guess I should just move on and pick something. And lace, ace. Worth playing lace. This is a kind of nice overlap too. I'm not loving that. Eco. Just can't decide. I guess if I'm getting similar points for a play like this, it scores 24, and for a play like this, which scores 22, these are similar enough where I probably should take the better leave, even though it's kind of weird for scoring. I'm certainly going to bingo more often with this leave than I am with some of the other stuff that I've been throwing down. Question is, should I play this? I kind of do, I might play this. This limits the overlaps. It makes this spot much less damaging because you would need an A to hit it, and you can still get overlaps here for sure, but it's not quite as easy. Oh, why would I do this when I can shout out Jello Mochas? This looks way better. Jello Mochas, a moving tribute to Jello Mochas. Let's do this. Okay, and I'm quickly rewarded. I just wonder. I wonder if I have any. So I have this persons of interest, but do I have some crazy nines through LA or something like that? Is what I'm really looking at. Oh wait, I have this. Okay, that's gonna be good if I get it. I think the odds of I mean that looked like a pretty logical place to play, so I wasn't really expecting that to stay open. So that's fine. I do still have hatha is an adjective. It's a type of yoga, like I said. So I think I probably have to play persons here. Is this right? Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait. Spet is a word. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Oof, okay. Gonna have to work through this. Hey, thank you very much for the very nice comment, Pisa. Yes, that's very kind. I think it's just it's a function of playing lots and lots and lots of Scrabble, and even then, I think there are certainly people who do this even faster than I do. So, not to sell myself short, but there are a lot of really talented Scrabble players out there, and I often find myself watching Scrabble streams and saying, "Damn, that's really amazing what some of these folks can do." So. See me unscramble words. That's probably my top skill is just the word thing. The strategic element takes me much more deliberate, approach. So here I probably, if this pot stays open, this is very likely to be my highest scoring play. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of multiple T's here and still play something like that, but scoring 38 points is pretty good, so I'm probably going to be doing that. If there are 100 better players, there are also 100,000 worse players. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if I'm being honest about how many better players there are, it's an interesting question too, because I think there are a bunch of people that I could easily see immediately being a better Scrabble player than I am, if only they knew the dictionary as well as I do. So, of course, we are living in the real world where people know the dictionary to varying degrees, and there's no avoiding that. But I can't help sometimes thinking about all these people like Extra Typo, for example, who are so talented as a game analyst and picking plays and all of that stuff. And if only they could just have my dictionary knowledge, if I could share that freely with them, or if they had a little plug in their head, like Matrix style, that I could just upload to, they would immediately be better players than I am. I'm pretty convinced of that. But in Scrabble, knowing the dictionary goes a long way, and I do think that among serious Scrabble players right now, there's not too many people that know the dictionary better than me, at least in theory. So that's why, if I'm a good Scrabble player, that's definitely why. But where do I rank? I don't know. I just feel like as time passes and hopefully Scrabble becomes more of a desirable game to play for reasons other than intrinsic reasons of loving the game and all of that stuff, I think my standing in the Scrabble world is potentially going to continue to go down as a player as people get better. But we'll see if that's true or not. So let's see. You should see him Boggle. That's what's absolutely nuts. Yeah. So Boggle is definitely a game that I feel like I am for sure one of the better players out there at. That one I feel less conflicted about saying that there can't be that many more than, I don't know, two or three people who are better than me, if any. So I'm feeling better about Boggle, but it's also a smaller pond. I am not better at Wordle than the average person for sure. Wordle is the great evener. Um, I definitely think that my Wordle strategy is much more based around having fun as opposed to being good. But even if it were about being super optimized to be good, I just don't. I don't know. I don't think that I'm any better than. There's definitely people, and this has really opened my eyes. I think I was mentioning this on my personal stream this Saturday. I am now aware of the fact that there is a serious Wordle speedrunning community, and it's actually incredible to watch. If you go to YouTube and search for Wordle speedrunning, there are people who have absolutely like theory crafted and min maxed Wordle to an insane degree. And I actually went on their Discord and was like, you guys, I just want to tell you guys that like I'm a competitive Scrabble player and what you guys are doing like is incredible, and every single one of you should try competitive Scrabble at some point because you all have the right brains for it, right? Like, and we had a really good conversation. This is actually amazing, right? I think I have to play tongue here, unfortunately. I don't think I have. I had uttering get blocked through this R. I don't think I have bingos anywhere else, so I probably just have to play tongue and block this spot, I think. I don't think I'm missing anything. So let's just go ahead and do this. Oh, man. Tough draws today so far. But let me finish this story. So I went on to the Wordle speedrunning Discord channel, and as I said, I told them that I think what they're doing is pretty amazing. We had a conversation about competitive Scrabble, and one of them said, I saw this amazing video a few years ago, and this guy told this story about how he drew this rack and he saw that if his opponent played op, then he would be able to play stop backs. And it was the craziest thing I ever saw. And I was like, that's me, bro. That's me. Yeah, and then I was like, but one quick correction, it was actually stop banks, not stop backs. Yeah, that right. So the guy said stop backs, and I was like, that's me. You're talking about me. And then we talked that somebody else mentioned something about Nigel Richards and all this and that, and it was hilarious that, it was just a very wholesome moment of like, wow, who knew, right? Who knew that what kind of reach these things have. All right, so GT Man plays Typo, homage to none other than the Axer Typo. And what am I supposed to do? I could play Tibie, I suppose. I'm losing by 31. It's not like red alert, I'm about to lose the game, that I should have to open this stuff so aggressively. But I also like scoring 10 points, keeping AI, which isn't that bad, and drawing 5 tiles for the blanks. But maybe I should exchange Ayaya. I'm sure you guys are enjoying Ayaya, my close to Ayaya rack here. Excuse me. I don't know. I guess Tibie is okay. The board is kind of constricted right now, even if I were to draw well. So I do like the idea of putting some good tiles out in space where if I draw something good. It is very concerning, of course, that GT Man just played TY for a low score. That makes me feel like if I do a play like this, he's going to hit these tiles, especially the E. He's likely to just hit this spot. So maybe I should acknowledge that threat and either play Aga or exchange. I don't know. Let's play Tibie. I really have no idea. Man. This is definitely a challenging game. Let's see if I can stay alive long enough to make something happen here. But this is not going well. um. So yeah. Oh, somebody is. Yes. I do technically have a grandmaster title in Scrabble, as was helpfully volunteered, and yes, I was the North American champion 5 years ago. Um, I've come in third at the North American Championship, I think 3 times now. So I've been pretty close a few times. I had the 1 year where I won, and a bunch of years where I did bad, including this past year where I did very poorly. Um, but it's hard, it's hard. Scrabble is tough to have that sustained success. You really, like, I'm a good Scrabble player, but you really have to be a truly great Scrabble player to avoid those types of bad results. And even then, it's hard to do. Like, we look at Nigel Richards, who we consider to be the greatest Scrabble player to play the game, and he has very, very, very few tournaments where he's completely out of contention, but there have been a couple. Even he has had a couple. So, is this worth playing for 28 points, leaving AIIO? Why am I being forced to make these decisions? Ochre for 10. I mean, that is a scary play. What am I supposed to do about that? I feel like I should be doing my best to get a blank quickly and try to respond to whatever likely bingo is coming down with something of my own, but maybe I'm supposed to keep scoring. Maybe I'm supposed to play this. 28 is a lot. 28 is a lot. Maybe I should play wire. Wire might be slightly better because the double O's are not quite as egregious as the double I's, but the double I's are going to bingo way more often if I draw. Well, are they? Ugh. It's just nasty, gross decision. I don't have a play here, do I? That would be even better. It is hard to exchange when I have a pretty good scoring play available here. There's 4 more I's to come and only 2 O's. Guess I really should play this. Alright, let's go for this. See what I get. Okay, I drew 2 consonants. I guess that's better than I could have expected, and we'll see what I can do. I don't know. That was tough. One big difference between chess and Scrabble and chess, yeah, that's a great point. So something that I think puts Scrabble into context for people really well is, okay, there we go. I didn't expect to dodge that forever. But yeah, regarding chess and Scrabble and the luck element, I think, for better or for worse, right now the 2 games that kind of in the quote-unquote mind sport arena, I think 2 games that are at that pinnacle are chess and poker, actually. I think poker is definitely considered to be a game where the cleverest people do the best, and chess obviously is, the classic game that is seen as kind of a marker of, strategic gaming intelligence or whatever. I don't even know what you want to call it. But I think Scrabble is at that midpoint between those 2 games, right? Poker, we all know, is a game of skill, but it has a ton of luck, enough that you could play a full day of poker and still come out on the losing end against a much worse player. That would never happen in chess, but Scrabble is somewhere in between those 2 extremes, where there definitely is a significant luck component to Scrabble, but it's way less than there is in poker. And certainly more than there is in chess. So I kind of like it, actually. I think it's like that perfect little amount of luck that gives you hope that you can beat some of the best Scrabble players in the world, right? Like I have a good record against Nigel Richards. I'm not a better player than he is, but through random chance, I happen to have beaten him more than he has beaten me, and I kind of am thankful that that sort of thing can happen in this game. So, anyway, what am I supposed to do here? I'm trailing by a lot now. Am I supposed to play something like this? 29, leaving 4 vowels again. I doubt it. I want to play ovoid or something. With this rack, I would like to play ovoid, but I don't think I have a place to do so. The skill in Scrabble overshadows the luck element more significantly than it does in poker, for sure. If you think about hashtag humble brag, hi co-rob. Yeah, so if you think about like, could this happen in poker, right? It could definitely happen in chess, and it does happen that the best player in chess wins the world championship repeatedly. In Scrabble, Nigel Richards, the best Scrabble player, won the North American Scrabble Championship 4 out of 5 years. And I think four in a row, 5 out of 6 and 4 in a row, something where he basically won every single year. So because we play a lot of games, we're able to overcome, I don't know. I have no idea what to do here. But because Scrabble tournaments have a lot of individual games that you play, you're trying to mitigate that luck factor a little bit, just by playing a ton of games in a row. Vidiot is tempting. Oh yeah, that's probably right. Right? There's enough other stuff open on the board, including a bunch of U's that maybe I can get something through this queue. I should have played Vidiot. I wasn't even looking up there. So yeah, as Gertie says, there's definitely some, debate about like the precise amount of luck required to, win in Scrabble, or the breakdown of luck versus skill. And one of the little napkin math things that is often offered there, even though it's not necessarily accurate, is I'll just play this. That in Scrabble, as Gertie says, maybe 25% of the time, you will draw letters that are so good that if you are at a certain point of skill in Scrabble, you can never lose the game. That's how well you've drawn, how good the letters you've drawn are. And then another 25% of the time, you can't win because the tiles you've drawn are too crappy. So that's 50%, and then the other 50% of the time is determined by who plays the best in that game between the two players. That both players get enough of enough material to work with that you can potentially win the game if you are simply skilled enough. So if you're counting, that's about 75% of the time. If you were the world's best player, you would win 75% of the games. You would win all 25% that you can't lose because you drew too well, and you would win all 50% of the time where your letters are simply too good. Or sorry, all 50% of the time where the game is determined by the better player in that game. And wouldn't you know it, Nigel Richards' win rate is like 74.3% or something like that. So it definitely it seems it's very elegant. It seems to work out nicely. I'm sure that's extremely reductive, as I do see that I'm going over time. If anybody's getting the what are the Twitch emotes for when you're getting nervous? Other than yep clock, which is just what chess people say. I'll just play Vim and hope that GT Man doesn't have an A. The odds that he has an A are really good. Ooh. Look at this. Too bad I can't play Mudguard. That would be nice. Do I have any kind of crazy bingo here? Mudguard through the G. Damn, that would be so nice. Guard. I don't know. Maybe nothing. Okay, good block. Wage blocks the Ami hook very effectively. I'll just play Umu here and see if we can get a bingo down to. Ah, man. Bet there's something here somewhere or other. Oh. This should be hard to block. I have this play in two places. I have it here too. But I was looking first through the G. Feel like I might have something here. Yardangs is UK only. Something G going down. Okay, that's nice. At least I get my nice big play here of Gaydars for 95. Drawing the X. Oh, nice rack here for GT Man, too. He's got a heck of a scoring punch there. Sure, he'll be able to do something there. Let's see. Still chatting about, oh, yeah, issues of bluffing. Yeah, that's definitely something that's a little different. That adds a lot to the game for sure. So currently on this site that we're playing on, is the games are automatic word validation. So if you try to play a word that's not in the selected dictionary, you will find that it just doesn't let you play that. I think at some point, not only online, but also certainly often, or if not always, in person. Why would I do this when I could play here? For one more point. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Yeah, let's do that. All right, nicely done, GT Man, who certainly gets the best of me more often than not on here. At least I got to play Gaydars, as Osmiguel says. Amazing that that's a word. Yes, it is a word. I wonder what it says here. Supposed ability. Wow. Supposed. So the definition of this word, throwing some shade on people who believe themselves to have this ability, it is instead the supposed ability, which I think makes sense to me. Yeah, actually, I think that makes sense to me. But yeah, the bluffing element does there. That is another debate that we have a lot in Scrabble. Is what's the best way to play Scrabble, right? Should you play with automatic word validation? Should you be playing with a challenge rule where if the player if somebody challenges a word and it's valid, should that player lose their turn? Should that player not lose their turn, but instead only suffer a small penalty in points? A lot of different ways to play. I think my stance on it is probably disappointingly diplomatic, which is that I really do think that all of the different challenge rules have a time and a place that are appropriate. I do think that at the absolute elite level in Scrabble, we should be playing double challenge. We should be making the skill cap of the game as high as possible to showcase and give the best players as many tools as they possibly can to separate themselves from other players. And definitely believe that having a more punitive challenge rule is appropriate there. But I also feel that for newer players, we should be doing a very gentle challenge rule if we even have one at all. So yeah, at the top level for sure, says Gurch. Yeah, triple challenge, best challenge. Yes. Woogle's offering triple challenge, which I've played many times. Good suggestions on some other alternative challenge rules. So, all right, I'm in between games here. If anybody would like to send me a challenge that hasn't yet, I am available. I can always just play a bot if you guys just want to watch, sit back and watch. I am ready to take challenges from anybody that would like to. But just we'll give it another minute, and then I'll play at least one more, maybe against a bot. So I had a nice first game, and then 2 losses. Lost to Nick and GT Man. I think we beat Dustin. The week before this, I was on fire. I think I win every time because I drew so well. All right, 2 challenges came in almost at the same time. One from Best and one from Heraldic Rings, who's played a couple times in the last few weeks. I'll just take Best's game first, and we'll try to get both. We'll try to get both challenges in before the end of the stream. So thank you very much. What is your username? So my username, thank you, Andrew. My username is simply Wanderer15. There are a couple different, nice play there by Best to start. There are a couple different Wanderer 15s on there, but you can see this little picture of me actually holding up my check when I won the North American Championship. Very very conceited of me to use that, but I'm the only one that has that picture there. So I do feel like I can squeeze in a few more games, especially if I play a little faster than I have been. Not that my opponents should feel rushed. What constitutes cheating? Yes, that's definitely in the news with all the chess stuff going on. It is a very reasonable question to ask. Let me just see if I can make my play here before I dive into that. I want to use one of my U's, but this is such a big point sacrifice. 19 points for this as opposed to this. 36. Do I have a place to play? Oh man, I almost have a place to play Exeunt, but I don't. I don't know. This is tricky. I really, really, really don't want to keep two U's here. It's not what you should be trying to do. Should I play? Jeez. Outrun or something? Set up a place for myself to play. Another place to play with my ex. Ugh. I don't like that any better. I think I just have to suck it up and play this. I could play Rex here, I suppose, if I want to give myself more chances. I don't think the R necessarily helps this this leave any more than I'm completely going again. Or should I play next for 42, leaving U R? Jeez. I don't know. These plays are all pretty close. I'll play this, I guess. This is just so gross to play. But we'll try our best to work through. Wow. That must have been something where Best was saying if only Will plays an N here, I'm going to play this, because that came down fast. Very, very nice. Moronic, what can you say? That's a nice play. All right. I guess I have to play Rye or something here. What can I do with... Oh, no. I'm playing Yuck for sure. I have to use one of the two U's. So this seems... Even though I leave WU, this is 40 points and scores pretty well. So let's do that. So we'll try to work our way out of this. Okay, so hope you guys are having a good convo. Osmiguel says we should play against each other, but in Spanish or Portuguese. I'll do my best. With Void Challenge, I can always try. That would be fun to try. Obviously, I know extremely little of those languages. But yeah, so bluffing is not considered cheating, right? So if I play a word that I know is not in the Scrabble dictionary, that is not considered to be a breach of etiquette in a tournament situation. It's not. It's not cheating. It's part of the game. If I have a word, and there are many, many, many words. There are many words that look like they should be words and happen not to. So playing those words is not cheating, but there are little ways that you can cheat. There are, when you play a word, you announce your score to your opponent, and your opponent is sort of given a chance to sanity check that score, I think it is technically considered cheating if you have detected a large discrepancy in the score that your opponent says that goes in your favor. I don't know if I don't think it's incumbent on you to say anything, but I actually don't even know what the rules are with that. But the biggest way that people cheat is just by trying to manipulate drawing the tiles out of the bag. So whenever you play your tiles, you draw new ones out of the bag, and there have been people who get in trouble for trying to peek into the bag and get the good tiles for themselves. There are people who, at the beginning of the game, when the tiles are laying on the board, try to, during that process of picking up the tiles and putting them into the bag to prepare for play, there are people that try to snag the good ones. It's not, I don't think it's a super prevalent issue in Scrabble, but certainly we would all do well with all the chess brouhaha going on right now to do our best to figure out what should we be thinking about to try to put procedures in place that can spare us some of the Hans Niemann Magnus Carlsen type drama that chess is experiencing right now. Or I had this thought as well, which is that I jokingly had this thought of like, well, geez, if I really want Scrabble to grow and become as respected as chess in the sphere of mind sports, then maybe I got to start investing in some beads. Maybe I need to take one for the team here and get some beads going for myself, right? Am I wrong? What do we think? I'm willing to do a lot of things. I'm willing to do a lot of things to help the Scrabble scene grow, but that might be a bridge too far for me. All right, I have outline on my rack. I have this. No. This is a word. Outliner does not fit through this R. I don't think I have anything through this C, but I'm looking for a minute. I think it's very, very likely that Best is going to play something here if he can. And if he does, I'm just going to have to hope that whatever he plays gives me another letter. Or maybe he'll play something here, maybe here. I guess it's not impossible that I'll get bingos here. So debate about whether to believe Magnus or not. I don't know. I don't know enough chess to make that determination for myself. It certainly feels like I'm agreeing that there needs to be more evidence to sort of make that determination concretely. I did see another video that came out today of somebody that actually very deeply analyzed some of Hans's games and came to a slightly more damning conclusion than others have. I haven't really watched it in great detail. Don't know for sure if it's on point or off base. It seemed like it was uncommonly thorough compared to some of the analysis that I have been seeing. Ancient cosmographer trying to avoid having an opinion at all. That's definitely a nice, safe way to proceed. I'm very sympathetic to that approach. Yeah, so I guess you guys are thinking I should not take one for the team and go full beads. That's good because I'm not the right choice for that. Let's just say that you could do better. If you were going to nominate a Scrabble player to take one for the team and start using beads, it's not the guy with Crohn's disease, all right? That's all I'm saying. I'm willing to do it, but you got to be able to find someone better than me. Come on. Am I wrong? All right. What should I do here? Nice play of Joe. It actually is a pretty close game. Somehow, I feel like, how am I actually winning this game after Zoe and Moronic? And it's because, I guess, Best exchanged. I didn't even notice that. I was just chatting it up so much. Oh, you don't get the thing about beads? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably the most outlandish of the theories um, that's been propounded. I was gonna try luteolin about how the chess cheating has been happening. So I don't think it's. And I don't want to explain the beads theory. Don't make me. Yeah, I hesitate also to tell people to just Google it because that's not, you don't want that in your search history either, probably. Yeah, a meme. It's a meme, right? It's not based in any fact or anything. It's just totally a joke. Um, how do I explain this in a PG rated way? Okay, fair enough. I will do my best to explain it. So basically, oh God, am I really doing this? Let's see. The beads theory was first put forth as an outlandish possibility of how somebody could smuggle in some kind of device that would communicate with you about what plays you should make in a chess game in a non-detectable way. So, yeah. Where would you place the beads in order to execute such a theory? I don't know. You just have to get creative. All right, this is not a great play, but we're going to do this anyway. I really don't know what to do. Illusion. Oh, wait. Oh, right. I forgot that I have another bingo. Yes, and I know HETE is a word. Oops. Okay, that's a bad miss. Yeah. I'm okay with that though. Little distracted. Yes, the thing is the GMs don't need to know the move to make. It's enough to know when the critical move is to be played. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, that's true. I do feel like I've seen that sort of that theory espoused that, and I do feel like that holds some merit, which is that a lot of the moves in a game, certainly in a Scrabble game, as I'm drawing bingos that play in not that many places, a lot of the actual trick to playing well in games like this is knowing when there is something to look for, right? Something extra to look for. So, you know, having having that knowledge of even just knowing that you have something special to look for is often enough for players at a really high level to say, ooh, okay, now I can find this. It's definitely the case in Scrabble, for sure. I agree with Muffin that would for sure also be the case in Scrabble. So if you had some kind of buzzer, let's say, that's notifying you surreptitiously that either you have a bingo or potentially that you have some kind of special high, hidden play that's much better than every other play, even getting that knowledge would be a huge advantage. It would be a huge advantage in Scrabble as well. So definitely parallels there. I mean, the difference between the games is such that I do feel like one of the things that's been said about Hans is um, when he made some of his plays that people deemed more suspicious, some of the accusations that were made were that in his post game interviews, he was not really able to explain those plays with the coherence that you would expect from somebody that came up with such a special, interesting move. Wow, look at how I'm drawing. He was not able to explain those moves as effectively as you would have expected, given how strategically advanced the moves were. And I feel like in Scrabble, oftentimes, I would say much more of the time, that would not be as relevant, right? I feel like if I was asked a moment ago, why did I play anti-life, right? Or why did I play late wood? The answers would be because it was the only bingo that I saw, or maybe the only bingo that was available there. Not very tricky. But that being said, there are occasionally Scrabble moves that if I were to play them and then afterwards be asked about them and have no idea and have no idea why I played that move. Like you could see that happening from time to time in Scrabble. Um, so yeah, if what 14 Domino is saying is I'm sympathetic to that. If you played some crazy bingo against a really, really good player and they went on a crusade against you, but I do feel like I don't know, I feel like it's a little more than that. I do feel like it's a little bit more than that. Um, there's more context to it than that, but I am sympathetic to that argument, which is that makes me uncomfortable too. That makes me uncomfortable. Um, so yeah, we'll see. It's very interesting. I feel like there are chess content creators that are going full bore and doing as much coverage of the cheating situation as possible, and then we have people like our beloved Eric, who made a YouTube video called "The Real Chess Drama," which was about how he wanted Fabiano Caruana to play the Stafford Gambit, and Fabiano didn't do it when he promised to. Which how can you not love Eric, folks? That's why we love Eric Rosen, of course. That type of content. So anyway, so yeah, I drew another bingo. So I missed Illusion and HETE, heat. I know both of those words for sure. Just got a little lazy, and then drew what's going to be 3 bingos in a row. I think maybe it's possible that they. I don't think they can. I don't think Best can block everywhere here. So, um, so yeah. Oh, right. Somebody, maybe it was Dustin. I think earlier, Dustin said something about Magnus's latest statement referring to Hans's body language being completely disinterested in the game where he was playing these extremely complex moves. That's again, I get why that's frustrating for Magnus, but that isn't the smoking gun either, right? Like that's not enough to be going this ballistic on somebody. But it's if you're in that situation, it's going to be very difficult to ignore the sensation that your opponent isn't even caring about the game and is playing inhumanly good moves. So, hey Josh, Extra Typo says you see me miss a bingo. It's because I'm making sure I don't get caught by cheat detection. Yes. That is a great plausible excuse for sure. Um, all right, let's see. Um, okay, so what am I supposed to do here? I have lots of different bingos. I can just play pirates. This seems pretty hard to triple through. Maybe I should just at this score, maybe I should be playing pick crates, even though it doesn't hit anything. That's 72 points. 74 points. Wait, 62 points. Hi, Fitz. We got a cat. Whoop. Cat went behind the computer. Yeah, it's 12 fewer points. Maybe, do I have something like here? I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Baggy Pete. Yes, Scrabble does have a Twitch channel. It's still in its early days, but it does exist. And hopefully, in a few years, we look back at this and we say, "Yeah, wow, the Scrabble Twitch channel is popping off." still in its relative infancy. I think it'll be about a year. So when Crescent City Cup 2023 gets broadcast, which I think everybody is optimistic will be on this channel, that's going to be sort of it's going to be roughly a year since we've had this. So yeah, here's the cat. He's having some fun. All right, I'm just going to play Pirates. Hope I didn't miss anything. I'm not really as focused as I could be. Hey, it's Zando Toaster with the follow. Hey, buddy, it's been a long time since I lurked on Zando's streams. I don't know if we have shout-out functionality here, but Zando Toaster is somebody that at least, I don't know, maybe more than a year ago, had very wholesome interaction as he was speed running Scrabble and streams a lot of other games as well, including Spyro the Dragon. I've seen a few other games. I feel like I don't want to limit it to just Spyro, but yeah, thanks for the follow, Zando. Good to see you. And if we have a shout out command, let's make sure to do that, because definitely a friend to Scrabble. Parodies is cool. Oh, did I miss parodies? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not paying as much attention as I should be. I'm just drawing too well, unfortunately, for best. All right, let's see. We're gonna play something with all my consonants here. Maybe I should just play. I don't have anything here. Grass. It's not a word. Something here would be nice, but I don't think I have anything. Pac-Man World. Okay, that's a new one to me. Maybe I'll just play Grin. This does set up an A-hook, which I don't particularly care to do, but I don't know. Oh, maybe I should play Dower? I have no idea. I'm not up by an insurmountable margin here. 19. Brad, 16 gets me more draws. I don't know. These are all uninspiring. Sure, I'll do this, I guess. See what we get. Ooh, look at that. A Q. I know what to do here. So yes, this is so you can see here at this bottom part of the screen, it's on the top part of the actual game window on the site, but where it says word validation, that is Q Bapu, nice. Ooh, okay. This I think this is gonna kind of force me to play this, actually. I think I have to do this here to stay enough points ahead and block the triple lane. Yeah, this seems pretty clear that I have to do that. I drew ensigns. Sensing. What else? Might be it. I need to be a little more careful than I have been and look through some of this area, but yeah, the game automatically validates the words that you play, so no bluffing here. But we were talking a little bit earlier in the stream about bluffing and just in general that does add an entire extra level of strategic depth to the game, which I personally think is very good, but only I think it's best suited for really experienced players that you should expect to have studied the dictionary a little bit more. I think it's much more welcoming for newer players to be able to experiment, try words you don't know for sure, get that nice feeling of saying to yourself, oh, I hope this is a word, and then it shows up green on the board, or you're allowed to play it, and it feels really good, right, when you have a situation like that. So especially for newer players where the dictionary is quite overwhelming, at least at first, until you start to break it down into little bits and pieces that you're going to digest slowly over time. The Scrabble dictionary does throw a lot at you, so it's nice to have that ability to experiment and guess. But it is surely the case that in over the board tournaments, there is almost always some form of challenge rule and some ability for you to bluff, um, which I like. I think it's fun. I think it adds depth and complexity, and it gives you a little bit more tool, another tool in the toolbox that you can use from time to time. Not to mention, I have at some point, I wanted to do another Champions Corner. I have so many Champions Corners that I wanted to do, which is I only have two. I've shot 3 Champions Corners. One I never aired because I never got the right permissions to air it. 2 of them exist on my YouTube channel, and I have other ideas, including I want to do one about challenge etiquette. What etiquette you should have when you challenge a word. Who is Champions Corner? That was back before I knew a thing about video editing in any way, shape, or form. It's very, very low production values. Not that I'm a very good video editor, because I'm not, but it was really bad at that time, and it was just a satirical. I know Dustin knows this, probably. Satirical, series of basically me playing a extremely sociopathic version of myself, which I find to be really funny. I find that version of myself to be hilarious. Allison does not find it hilarious at all. She hates that persona. I think it's super funny. Hey, Strategy, nice to see you. It says, honestly, people do not much care about production value. That's probably true. I feel like that's been borne out by some of my, exploration through other subcultures and other content creators. I do think I agree with that in general. But I think it's one of those things that it shouldn't stop you from making content, but it can't hurt, right? I don't think it can hurt if you have really nice production values, but it shouldn't be something where you're so fixated on it that you don't make content. I think that's the best way I would describe, having good production values. All right, this is kind of weird to play. It scores 26 and leaves 2 sets of duplicates. I don't think I like that very much. I guess I could do this. This sleeve is a lot better. This gives up an A hook, which there is an A that I don't have. I don't know why I'm really fixating on this leave. Maybe it's just better for me to play something like Singe and just get to the end of the game as fast as I can, especially while the board is completely inhospitable to bingos. So if I play this, I prevent Best from fishing from, there would be 6 tiles in the bag. Now I use 5, leaving only 1, making it impossible for Best to make more room on the board to bingo without showing me exactly what he has. That would be the reason for doing this. And of course I draw bingo. Of dyspnea, which doesn't fit, but maybe if Best tries to fish to open the board somewhere, I'll get to bingo again. Late wooding, unfortunately. Okay, so that is the exact sort of play. That's funny because I have an S and I have an A, and neither of them quite fit, right? This doesn't fit, and this doesn't fit. So I don't get my bingo after all. Yuck. So thanks, Zando. Yeah, I enjoyed making them quite a bit. So Thanks, Baggy Pete. You're seeing me win a game here when actually I've lost a couple already. So I'll play this weird word just because it's funny. This is a very, very archaic. Look at this definition. Absolutely ready? Poised. Oh, it means poised. Okay, so this is an example of we're playing in the English UK dictionary, which is shorthand. We call that the Collins Scrabble dictionary. It's the dictionary provider that maintains that list is a company called Collins. And in that list, for those that are wondering, what the heck is that word? We have a lot of archaic words that, frankly, I think most of us agree should not be in a modern English dictionary, right? Like this word probably has last been seen in print in, I don't know, 400 years ago or something. Like it's completely ridiculous. But it is here regardless. So, all right. So it's 4:57. I'm not sure if heraldic rings is still there. Okay. Well, we got extra typo. Thanks, Best. I drew really well. I missed illusion at some point, so that was a shame. But if heraldic, yeah, Best. That was just me bingoing over and over again, even missing bingos and still bingoing. So. Like I was saying, heraldic rings. If you're still there, feel free to submit another challenge. Otherwise, we can finish things off with a blitz game. With extra typo. Looks like it's just a regular English US game. So I will be happy to take that. Well, I could just play this anyway, and if that person is out there wanting to play, they can send another challenge and I'll get to it. We'll play. Strategy says I'm in a Facebook thread saying words like leakier are ridiculous. Oh man, I feel like leakier is not so bad compared to some of the other comparative words that are in there. But all right, let's see. What should I do here? This or just Joe? Or maybe all right, I need to just play as fast as I can. I do often get into time trouble when I'm going from a slow-paced game to these fast ones. Should I just play this or Hood? I guess I'll play Hood. Okay, well, that helps. If he plays Cat, which is lucky for me because I can play longest. And then I drew really well again. Unfortunate, well, I wouldn't say really well. I would say pretty well with the blank. Nowhere to really... Man. How am I supposed to navigate this? Do I dare just play Vrl? Maybe. Maybe I should do that. That's funny because I have the blank, and it's going to be kind of difficult for Josh to... Well, it's not going to be that difficult for him to block, but he's often going to want to play... So, oh, he pulled it off beautifully. Gnomish is a great play there. Don't really have a ton that I can do here unless I'm missing something. I guess I can just play A, May, Yam, Cram, Ray. I guess it's all right. Play that. I still have my blank, clinging to my blank. I could play this next turn unless I have a better play somewhere. Oh, I could play this. That's kind of nice. Do I have something better for my Z? Not really. So we're back to English US. I can't play this. This is not valid here. Zoe is a yak or something, cross between something. Yeah, macaw. Plumbers don't say this faucet is leakier. Oh, look at that. So that's helpful. That doesn't, let's just try this. Ooh. Realize. How do I fit under here? realized. Do I have a play that I would want to... Oh, man. Um, what to do here? I guess this. Bespoken. I'm still trailing, but this spot is just wide open if I can come up with something good there, which I don't think I can yet. What should I do now? Don't have a ton of time. Oh, gotta try to find a bingo here, but I can't seem to yet. I guess I could play Nop. Oh, no. Nop would go under. Or keep. These plays are not very good, but I have to do something at some point. Neep, 22. That's not very good either. All right, let's do Nop. There's not a lot of E's left, and I want something ending in E. Josh is for sure going to want to play down here if he can. If he at all has any way of doing so, he's going to play down at the bottom of the board. He should be trying to. Yeah, so he actually sacrificed quite a lot to do that. No. Okay, so now I'm ahead. Is bad for him. I drew both blanks, it should be noted. And I drew both blanks, and he still made it pretty difficult on me, so I will probably play beefy here. IIO is not what I want, but it's enough points that I probably get to the finish line. Oh, did I miss something with? Did I miss something with that peak rack or Nop rack? Other than like I couldn't think of anything other than bespoken. Or maybe there's something. All right, Josh going into the tank here. He could have vacuous on his rack. I don't know where that would play. I'm just gonna play beefy and hope for the best. Oh, cautious? Does he have something? No, I don't think so. There wasn't really enough time, as there never is in a blitz game, to evaluate that stuff. But I'll just play vid, I suppose. He has UU. He managed to play it. Okay, I drew both blanks. It's very difficult to beat extra typo in these quickies. Fritzier, right? All right. With that, I don't think there's any other outstanding challenges. I will, in my memory banks, I will remember that I received a challenge from Heraldic Rings that I didn't get to. Would be happy to try to take that challenge now, but if not, another time I'll be sure to prioritize that. Sorry I missed your challenge out there. So, okay, I think that's going to be our stream for today. Thank you, Gerchi, very much. Screwed up on Urger. Yeah, I mean, in Blitz, you get into these difficult scenarios, and there's just no time to calculate. So, all right, let's see who's... I'm the best. Don't say it. Okay, I stopped it beforehand. Okay. I raid Eric every time. Let's see if we can raid somebody that's not Eric. No, I mean, I was literally heaping love on Eric before. If I raid Hikaru, I don't think it's gonna show up. All the chess players are playing Title Tuesday right now, so I don't necessarily want to raid and disturb them too much. But let me just see, is there anybody else streaming? Other word stuff, Wordle? No, not really. St. Louis Chess Club we raided last time too at Chess Bunzo's request. All right, I can raid Naroditsky. All right, I will. We'll do that and see what he says. I have no idea how Danya views Scrabble, so it could be fun. For anybody that doesn't know who this is one of the best, blitz and bullet chess players. I think it's fair to say in the world. So for all you out there that are sort of chess adjacent, I'm sure you guys will either already know Danya, or will be blown away by the chess skill on display here, and maybe we'll pick up a little bit of Scrabble chatter in his chat as well as we send the raid over to Danya. So, all right. So it's been a fun 2 hours. Thank you, everybody, for your challenges and chatting and discussion and whatnot. It's been very stimulating as always. So we'll pass you guys along to Danya. Hope the chess buffs in the chat get a kick out of that. And I think we will have Axer Typo, Josh Sokol, in his normal spot on this channel on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I think this week we will have that. So yeah, with that, thanks everybody. And I'll see you next week. And you guys will see Josh in a couple days. So take care, everybody.